Hi, you guys. Welcome to Inner Peace. I'm Suzanne Robbins, and I'm so glad that you've decided to join me here today. I am here to help you develop your own art journaling process, and I'm really excited to be able to share something that is so dear to my heart, something that I love so much, and that has really blessed my life and continues to do so on a daily, ongoing basis. And today, today we're going to really focus on one of the three reasons, one of my three whys for art journaling. And just to recap from the last video I did, my three big whys are: number one, to know thyself. Number two is to develop positivity. And number three is to accomplish goals. And today, while we chat here, while we do this little chair chat, I'm hoping it's shorter and we can spend more time in the actual art journaling process that I went through this morning. But I really want to talk about knowing thyself. And it seems like something that could so easily be downplayed. We're with ourselves all day, every day, and it can be super easy to lie to ourselves, to convince ourselves that we are different than how we actually are, so much so that we believe it ourselves. And it's super common. It's super common because we are receptive beings. We are designed to learn from each other, and especially from our environment and our life experiences. And so we can quite often get narratives going in our head that are not consistent and not congruent with our soul, our higher self. And so when I say know thyself, I'm talking about that S with the uppercase S, and the creation that you are as designed by the divine, and that piece of you that lies core, that is center of all that will bring you joy. So we have a really cool opportunity in life, and I've used art journaling. I'm teaching art journaling as a vehicle to arrive at that core self and to really know thyself. So anyhow, that's all really great in theory. How do we apply it, right? So I'm going to share with you a little bit of my morning practice from today. And I woke up every morning. I'm up by 5 o'clock, and I do my chakra girling, and I tune in with my process of breath and presence and pencil to paper articulation. And as I am drawing, I'm tuning in to how my body feels. I'm scanning my chakras, I'm noticing my thoughts, and I'm trying to ask my higher self to direct me for the most positive yet authentic experience. Because this is not about toxic positivity. This process is not about pretending that things are okay when they're not. So yes, this morning as I was going through my process, I realized that I was dealing with a lot of doubt and despair first thing in the morning. My little old friends, doubt and despair, were sitting right there, saying all kinds of things to me that were tying me up in knots, making my heart hurt. And so I just started writing. I wrote, "Free me from the mental prison of doubt and despair." And then I immediately went into an I am statement. I am a victim of my imagination. I'm like, the first thing that came out while I'm trying to correct my energy and align with my soul is I am a victim. And gosh dang it, like I am statements is spiritual strength 101, right? You want to be able to put something after the I am that's something you want, and being a victim is definitely not it. But I was being honest. And so I used a technique, and I took myself very, very lovingly and gently deeper into that statement and just asked, how can I make it just a little less cringy? And then I wrote, I am aware that I have been a victim of my own imagination. And that brought me a little bit more center to where I could really acknowledge the truth of what I was feeling without making it so definitive. Being aware was me stepping back and saying, okay, these feelings, these thoughts exist, but there's a part of me that knows better, that wants better, and we're going to continue to approach this living, breathing experience from that perspective of the one who knows and senses that there's something better and more desirable. I'm aware that I want to have more empowered experiences. And that absolutely rang true. Absolutely. I am aware that I really want to feel empowered. I'm aware that I can feel empowered. As I say that I'm aware of these things, I automatically start to feel more empowered. And I go on from there. It is a bit personal. But I did declare that for the next hour, I am going to work to strengthen my I am sentence, my I am statements for more empowerment, for more confidence. And as you'll see, when I moved from this little sheet and the image that I drew in pencil that I showed you at the beginning of this video, as I moved from that into my painting process, some really good information and real tangible support rose up from within me, and I was able to hear my higher self. And so far so good today. All right, so let's meet up at my art table and I'll take you through the process. All right, guys, so here we are at my table, and as you can see, I'm getting ready for this morning's session. And this is a candle that I've had in my den for several years. It's a blue butterfly, and blue butterflies hold special meaning for me, as I know they do for many people. And I'm happy to share this fresh lighting of the candle with you. It was fun for me to unwrap and ignite this candle for the first time. As I said, yeah, I've been holding on to it, wondering what the special occasion would be, and looks like it's my inner peace audience. That is the special occasion, and my commitment to sharing my process with you that is causing me to want to invoke the help from all our friends in the light to see this through. I'm thinking a prayer for endurance, for confidence, and for the ability to learn and grow and teach you in ways that you'll want to participate with, to share in. So anyway, I tend to get a little bit like over contemplative when I share my words, so I'm still working out the kinks as far as the language I'm using here. Bear with me. We are a friendly community, learning, growing, developing our practices together. I am developing my practice of sharing my process as you are developing your actual process practice. Here you can see I'm etching my special symbols and intentions into the candle and onto the page using the 4 elements, thinking of the 4 directions, and earth, water, air, fire, water, all those come together in this moment, thinking of the divine and what they would have me consider, what they like to share with me. I'm ready to light the candle here, but I did forget to bring my lighter in with me to my studio. It's next door, and so during this little pause, I've gone to get my lighter, and I'll return very shortly to ignite the flame and call in a blessed Chakra Girl art journaling session. Here we are, the orange glow, so beautiful. You just love to watch the glow and hear the crackle. Slow down your breathing. Yeah, I really hope that you're playing along here, but if you're just watching, there's so much value in that as well. Breathe, to slow down, to consider all the ways that your life is a miracle. And yeah, it's wonderful to have this time to give to ourselves, to play with water, to play with paper, the gifts from the earth, the water, the paper that comes from the trees, the colors, the pigments, all the people that came together to bring these paints and these supplies to our desks. It's a great time to be appreciative, to be in the frequency of gratitude, and to feel our own value and give ourselves this time and space to love ourselves, to love what's inside and what wants to come out, and to get to know ourselves better. This is all about self-discovery, development of positivity, and the accomplishment of our dreams. And I'm really, really happy to have you here. Getting ready. One final squirt. A little TLC with the brush. Just exchanging energies. Loosening up. Touching the materials. Getting into it. Getting ready to approach the page with as much lightness and looseness and openness as possible. I do a lot of shadow work, and looking at this, I'm noticing how my shadow is moving across the page along with the brush and the paint and my actual hand, and that's profound. I was guided to the color red. I come into it without a plan, and usually I start with the head. Today I started with the heart. It was very intuitive, surprising to even me. And then the head went over the heart, and the thought that I had at this point was decide with your heart. Let your mind relax a little bit and listen to what your heart has to say. That the heart can be quite logical, that the heart can be quite informative, and primarily let the mind rest. And you can see I'm just making some nice loose strokes. I use the tip of my brush a lot, and then I'll press down. It's a soft press down, softening stroke that is actually really comfortable to use. And this particular brush I use a lot because the variety of shapes that I get and the ability it gives me to allow happy surprises and the lack of control that I have when the brush tip twists and contorts is all a really cool part of the process that allows for messages to come through, that allows my hand and my head to get out of the way so that my higher self can really speak to me. And then also, along with this brush and along with a lot of water, I do use that sponge. That sponge gets dirty, and that's great. My water gets dirty, and that's great. I have no problem with that. And you can see how contorted that brush is and how I'm just going to get some fun, interesting shapes. It's great. But if I get to the point where there's water really pooling and I can't get any distinct lines, then I'll go and I'll run my brush over that sponge and just pick up some of the water. But using similar strokes to the ones I use to apply the paint, I use the same kinds of strokes to remove water. I was surprised here. I don't typically go for bright yellow. And I wanted to mix it at that point, but didn't. Just followed the flow of my intuition. And again with the heart came in really strongly this morning. And a yellow hearts, that's not typically a color when you've studied the chakra system that you would assign to the heart. That is the solar plexus color, right? It's one chakra down. And that's okay. Like these kinds of this fluidity, and when you detach from strong, strict meaning, can actually really help in the healing process. And this just reminded me that my energy center and my heart are very closely connected, and that they can feed and nurture and support each other. That heart was an awkward shape there for a minute, and again I was tempted to do something to fix it, and I realized that would make it super cartoony, and that wasn't what I was going for. And that space that you see separating the north and the south of the heart, those chambers, that's just a reminder to keep my heart nice and open. Nice and open. And quite often I'll draw the face and then I'll go blur it in. And it means different things to me at different times when I do it. And sometimes my figures will have the face, and other times they'll be more blank. And I like it that way. And I have some of my favorite paintings that are both with the full figured face, and then others that are, I know that it's there in the layers, but when the face disappears, it is usually a reminder to step back from the ego a little bit, to step back from fear thinking, and be more trusting of the divine, more trusting of my higher self, more trusting of a plan that is not necessarily of my own making. And to hold the intentions of joy and freedom and love and peace, but let some of the how that's going to happen in the day-to-day go a little. And I'm trying again to put the face in. So just to be honest with you, this is my higher self and my ego battling it out a little bit. I have this desire to want to control the outcome and to make it more specifically figurative, and my higher self is asking me to let go. And so in order to stop the fight, I put the little peace rock over that cartoon face, and I'm just working around it for a minute. And that actually has some really good application with life too. If something's really bothering you, if you find yourself chewing on it mentally over and over, nice little technique is to just, work around it and put your attention elsewhere on things that aren't so controversial in your own mind, to end the war within, and trust that when the time is right, you will get the specifics that you need. But really, trust the process, trust that things are unfolding exactly as they should. And while I've been talking, the self-love bird has appeared. And we look at the self-love bird and remove that ego and sink into trust, to hear her speak, hear her speak. Self-love, trust. As we practice feeling good, our grid fills in. And this is a stroke I use quite often when I need to loosen and lighten and feel a little more peace. I'll use the grid. And I'll use some arches, go across and down, and the grid fills in with the things that are meant for me, and I can trust that I am looked over, that I am looked after, and that all things that are meant for me will find me, and that things are working out for me. And as I speak, it's true for you. All things are working out for you. The things that are meant for you will find you. So it's my hope that as I speak, as you listen, as I paint, as you paint, that you'll know that what applies to me applies to you. We are all one. The divine loves us all the same. And from this place, the message was grow in confidence. Grow in confidence. And so I pray that I grow in confidence, that you grow in confidence, that we are able to accomplish what we set out to do. So much love to you.